Hello students, welcome to the IMS Get Academy. How are you all? And please confirm audio and video both so that we are good to go with the session. I know all of you are eagerly waiting for the session and hoping that all of you are enjoying the foundation course of the electrical machine, not only of the electrical machine, whatever subject that we are conducting over this platform, definitely you are enjoying all those sessions. Okay, so moving ahead, in this session we will going to discuss yet again one more topic, that is per unit system, which is important for electrical machine as well as for the power system. Alright, so before proceeding to the lecture, one request guys, please do share the session link with your friend so that they also join and we will going to have a competitive and a healthy session over here. So please do share the session link with your friend. Alright. So as you know that this electrical machine is common for both EE and IN. So yeah, both can attend this session, and not only in the GATE, this particular topic is helpful in the other exam like SSC, like junior engineer and so on and so forth. So wherever the per unit system is mentioned in the syllabus, this particular thing is going to play a very crucial role. Alright. So guys, please do share the session link with your friends so that they also come and join as quickly as possible. Alright. So this is going to be the lecture number 8, per unit system. Alright. So why we need, the basic question is why we need per unit system or per unit. What do you mean by per unit? Alright. So basically, as you know that our transformer, induction machine, DC machine and synchronous machine are rated in MVA. Like if I talk about the apparent power, if I talk about the voltage, it is in kilovolt. If I talk about the current, it will be in kiloampere. So operation of such high quantities is very difficult. I mean to say multiplication, division, addition and so on and so forth. So it is very difficult to handle such large value. So what we need to do? We will going to reduce those quantity such that our analysis or computation will become easy. So therefore, this per unit system is coming or comes into picture. This helps us to reduce the burden in the calculation. Alright. So basically, I will not going to stress this particular topic to a vast, like this you had already studied in your BE and BTech level. So there this chapter 1 is basically taught like while a month, isn't it? So I will going to take the portion of the per unit system which are helpful for the GATE exam and the other competitive exam. Alright. So see, I will going to restrict myself only to the electrical machine and the power system. I will not go to the different subject because this per unit system is also helpful in your network, is also helpful in your some other subject as well. So I will not going to touch those particular thing. I will going to restrict myself to the electrical machine and the power system. Alright. So like see, if you have ever seen the rating of the machines or transformer, you can say, you can find two rating over there. Okay, what is the rating? Rating means on what maximum value it can operate or what rated value that it can deliver is nothing but your rated rating. Okay, rated rating. Alright, so those rating are mentioned over the devices of a transformer and over the machine like DC, induction and synchronous. Done. So those ratings are nothing but your voltage and apparent power. Your voltage and apparent power. Alright. Now, in the calculation part, like in your numerical, you might have come across voltage, current, impedance and complex power, or let me say in a simple manner power. So we will going to deal here 4 quantities. With respect to those 4 quantities, we will going to discuss the per unit system. Okay. So what are the quantities that we are having? What are the quantities that we are having? Okay, just a second. So the first quantity is your voltage. Okay. So this voltage is can be represented in rectangular or in polar, but the most usable representation is polar form. So let me represent in polar. V, this is magnitude at an angle del. Okay, just a second, let me change the tip. Second one is the current. Okay, so I at an angle phi. So where phi is the phase angle of your current and this I is magnitude. Third one is your impedance, which is nothing but your Z, and we know that this is having your real and imaginary part, which is nothing but R plus JX. Alright, and the fourth one is your complex power. Is your complex power, which is equal to P plus JQ, where P is the real power and Q is your reactive power. So the rating that you have seen, like a power rating, is not this complex power. Basically, those are apparent power. What do you mean by apparent power? Apparent power is nothing but the magnitude of this. Apparent power, let me write S. This is nothing but root over P ka square plus Q ka square. So the rated value or the rated value of P and Q will give you the rated power, or which is apparent power mentioned over the nameplate. Okay, this thing we know. Now with respect to this thing, we are going to manipulate the quantities. Okay, क्योंकि इसके अलावा तो हमें कुछ दिखता नहीं है हमारे इलेक्ट्रिकल मशीन पे, सिर्फ यही 4 क्वांटिटीज रहती है. All right, so I hope this is clear to you. Now we will going to convert all this quantity into per unit ton. But before that, we need to understand the definition. What do you mean by per unit, or what is per unit? So look at here. Per unit is nothing but ratio of actual value which is given in the question and base value. So what do you mean by base value? Base value is the division factor for every actual value. So basically, see what we need to do. We need to convert, or we need to make our computation very easy, isn't it? हम वही तो करना चाह रहे हैं ना, that we need to make our calculation part to be easy. तो देखो यहाँ पे, look at here. Suppose if let me take an example. Suppose if voltage is 22 volt, this is your actual value. Then per unit value is what? Actual divided by base. So base I can select any value. The base I can select any value provided base is always real value. Base is always real value. So what value should I take such that my calculation part become very easy? So definitely I can choose multiple of 22, like 11, means 22 ka half is what? 11, or 22 itself, or 33, or 44, or like, sorry, not 33, 44, and so on and so forth, such that this per unit will come to integer. So base value is depends on the consumer or observer, and for and it should be such that, or the value should be such that our calculation becomes easy. Am I clear? So this depends on the observer. All right. So see, these are certain points related to the per unit. It is always unitless because these two terms are going to have the same quantity. Generally, these values are rated values of machine, as I already discussed, transmission line, transformer, etc. Two values, power and voltage, mark my word, power and voltage are normally mentioned over the machine, transmission line and transformer. All right, any doubt in this? Done. So as I told you, we are going to have the 4 quantities. So depending on these 4 quantities, we need to assign 4 base value. So for the first one, let me take base values. So for the first one, for the voltage, let me take the base value as V base. Second one was your current. So for that, the base will be I base. Third, impedance, so that base value will be Z base. And fourth one, the power, so it will have the base as S base. Am I clear? Any doubt in this? So if you are having any doubt, please do post in the chat box. I'll be very happy to clarify all of your doubt. So please do not hesitate on asking a simple doubt also. Okay, please do post. I will going to rectify all your doubts. Chalo. So these are the base value that we need to choose. But as I told you, we are going to provide it with two base values which are mentioned over the nameplate of the devices and the machines. So the known base value, that we are going to have, first one, V base, the voltage which is mentioned over the devices or the machine, and one more rating is mentioned which is the S base. See, let me take an example of the transformer. If you have seen the transformer, then over the transformer, one nameplate is given. That is nothing but the rating of the transformer, which is like this: 100 MVA. Let me take an example: 100 MVA, 11 kV divided by क्या ले ले? Let me take 717 volt, like that. Basically, this is step down transformer. All right. So this is nothing but rated value, S base, and among these two, you can choose any one as a base value of the voltage. ठीक है? Clear? Any doubt in this? Okay. Now, in our electrical machine, we are going to have two types of phases. And what are those? Like two types of system. What are those? Single phase system and three phase system. So we need to explicitly study the single phase system and the three phase system. So here I will first going to discuss a single phase system, and from there we will going to learn the concept, and those concepts we will going to take forward to the three phase system. Okay. So let me take the first system as a single phase system. Single phase system. Okay. Now, as I told you that we are going to have, let me change the color. We are going to have the two known values. Okay, two known values. What are those? Everybody please do reply. What are those? First one, V base, and the second one, S base. Now my dear friend, the rating mentioned over the nameplate of the transformer is maximum rating or RMS rating? It is RMS value. So this is nothing but your RMS. Am I clear? This is your RMS value. Now with respect to this, because since these two are known, so with respect to this, I will going to define the base for current and for the impedance. Okay. See how? We know that, let me change the color. We know that complex power S or apparent power S, not the complex power, apparent power S is nothing but voltage into current. So S base will be what? V base into I base. I can write like this. Are yes or no? I can write like this. So from here I can say I base is equal to S base divided by V base. So since I know this two value, kahan gaya? Yeah, I know this two value. So from this I can easily get this I base. Next one, let me inbox this. This is 1 base value and this is 2 base value. Now come to the impedance Z. Okay. So Z base, this will be what? V base divided by I base. Are yes or no? V base divided by I base. Now I base I know, S base by V base. Substitute here. V base divided by S base by V base. So this is equal to V base का square whole just a second. So this is equal to V base का square divided by S base. So this is nothing but your Z base. So let me inbox this. Now we know every quantity's base value since we know these two values. So ये रहा आपका for single phase system. Okay, any doubt? Any doubt in this, my dear friend? Any doubt? Okay, so since we have got all the base values, now let us find the per unit values for the all quantities. So V per unit, let me take first one. V per unit, this will be what? V actual divided by V base. V actual divided by V base, which is nothing but the definition of per unit value. V actual को हमने क्या लिखा था? V at an angle del. Remember? And V base is nothing but this thing which is mentioned. So this is your V per unit. So this will be V per unit at an angle del. So this V per unit is nothing but your magnitude, or it is better to remove this. Otherwise you will going to get confused. So this is your per unit of voltage. Next, current per unit or I per unit. This is I actual divided by I base. Okay, so I actual was I at an angle phi whole divided by I base. Done. This is second. Third one, let me write here. Third one, impedance Z per unit. This was Z actual divided by Z base. Z actual was R plus JQ whole divided by Z base. So see here, R divided by Z base plus J Q divided by Z base. So this is nothing but your R per unit plus J. Oh, okay, just a second. This is not Q, this is X. So this is reactance, na? X. So X per unit. Done. And the fourth one, power. So S per unit, which is nothing but actual power divided by base power. What is actual power? P plus JQ whole divided by S base. So P by S base plus J Q by S base, which is nothing but P per unit plus J Q per unit. Done. So in this manner you are going to find the per unit values of the quantities. Now my dear friend, a important, or you can say a key point, and what are those? If you carefully observe this third parameter ZPU, in the resistance and in the reactance, the base are common, which is impedance. In the same manner, in the power, for real power and reactive power, the base are common, which is S base. So please do not think that for resistance we require separate resistive base, or for reactance we require a separately reactance base. These two terms are not exist, means there are no terms like resistance base और reactance base. Okay, तो ये चीज को अपने माइंड से निकाल दे that to find the R per unit we need to divide it by Z base, not by R base. Okay, not by R base, because R base जैसा कुछ भी नहीं होता. So note point here is that first one, base is same for both R and X. In the same manner, in the power, base is same for both P and Q. अजय सर, मेरा ऑपरेशन हुआ है. अजय, आप पिछला क्लास में नहीं थे, लास्ट क्लास में नहीं थे. सो आई होप यू आपने वो लेक्चर भी देख लिया होगा. यू हैव गॉन थ्रू दोज लेक्चर. इवन इफ नॉट, once this session is going to be over, please do watch this those session as well. Okay, all right, चलो, आई होप कि आप अच्छे हो गए सिंस आपका ऑपरेशन हुआ है. सो आई होप यू आर रियली फाइन, बहुत हेल्दी हो गए, अच्छे हो गए. सो उस हमें क्या करना है, अपने हेल्थ का अच्छे से ध्यान रखते हुए वी नीड टू prepare more and more, and we need to study more and more without restricting ourselves from the study. ठीक है? Okay, so आपने लास्ट लेक्चर देखा था अजय. I have missed you in that particular session because I have not find any such good question from the other student which I supposed to have from the student. All right, Ajay. This is the basically a per unit system which is going on, and it is very important as you already know. All right. So these are the two note points. So please do remember. Maybe you are going to have the MCQ type of question or even MSQ type of question in your GATE exam, and from there maybe you are going to have such options. Okay. All right. So let us move ahead with the next three-phase system. Any doubt? Any doubt? Okay, so let me change the color. So we have discussed the single phase system. Now let us discuss a three-phase systems. Sorry, three-phase system. Okay, so just like your single phase system, here we are going to have two known parameters. So first one is your base value of voltage, and second one base power or apparent power. Now my dear friend, the rating mentioned over the DC machine is what? Your line is your maximum power, your maximum voltage, or it is a RMS voltage. The rating mentioned over the electrical machine like your DC, induction and synchronous, it is a maximum rating or RMS rating. Let me make it simple. The V base that we have taken over here is maximum or RMS. Please do remember, this is your line to line voltage with RMS, because in a three phase system we are having the phase as well as line. है कि नहीं? Phase as well as line. So therefore the rating mentioned over the name plate of the electrical machine is nothing but your line to line voltage, which is RMS. Okay Ajay, is it clear? चलो, so first we will going to take the star connection, and you know that we are having the two types of connection, star and the delta. So first I will going to take star connection. First I will going to take star connection. Now in the star connection, you should be knowing two things. First, let me change the color. First, your phase current is equal to your line current. Done. And second one, your phase voltage is equal to line voltage divided by root 3. Line voltage divided by root 3. Now my dear friend, if you see carefully, your line to line voltage is nothing but your base voltage. So I can write this VL by root 3 as V base by root 3. This means that your phase base is nothing but V base divided by root 3. Because as I told you, in the three-phase system you are going to have phase and line. So therefore you are going to have the separate bases for phase as well as for line. तो हमें phase के लिए भी find करना है base value, as well as for the line also we need to find the base value. देखो कैसे होगा. So this is your base value of the phase voltages. Next क्या होगा? Let us find the I base. Let us find the I base. चलो देखो कैसे होगा. Now we know that S is nothing but, okay, let me inbox this. Okay. S is nothing but root 3 VL IL. So this is your apparent power. Now S base is what? Root 3 times VL base into IL base. So VL is line voltage, IL is line current. Now VL base we have written as V base. यही क्या है आपका VL base. So root 3 V base into IL base. So from here I can write IL base as equal to S base divided by root 3 times of V base. Any doubt? Any doubt? Now let me take this IL base as a simple representation as I base. Okay, so here IL base is nothing but I base. I have represented this like for IL base. Okay, so I have represented IL base like IS. Any doubt? So we have got the two base values. Let me inbox this. Now we know the relation that your phase and line both are equal. So can I say I phase base is nothing but IL base, and this is your I base. It means that for the line and for the phase current, your base values are same. Any doubt in this? Any doubt? Okay, let us move on to the impedance Z base. Now this impedance is what? Per phase quantity. जैसे resistance, inductance, capacitance, this all are what? Per phase quantity. Therefore this Z is also your per phase quantity. So how to get the per phase quantity? Z is nothing but voltage divided by current. So we need to take V phase का base upon I phase का base. Okay, so V phase का base we have taken we have found out like V base by root 3, V base by root 3 whole divided by I face base. अभी हमने find किया S base upon root 3 V base, S base upon root 3 V base. So root 3 is cancelled out. So this is simplified as V base square whole divided by S base. So this is your Z base value. Any doubt? Clear? So let me inbox this. Now since we have obtained the base value, now let us find the per unit values of every quantity. Okay, so let me change the color first. Okay, so V per unit or V face per unit. V face per unit is what? By the basic definition of per unit, V face actual, है ना? V face actual divided by V face का base. Done my dear friend, any doubt? क्या ये clear है सबको? Now V face actual, let me write it like this, whole divided by V face base. हमने find out किया था V base by root 3. V base by root 3. Root 3 will go to numerator, V face root 3 into V face actual divided by V base, and this is what? Your line voltage divided by V base. So this is equal to VL per unit. VL per unit. So very important observation that there is no difference in the line and the phase if you going to take the per unit values, because those quantities are equal. है कि नहीं? अभी हमने प्रूफ किया यहाँ पे. Any doubt? We have proved just now. तो ये advantage है of per unit system. Like where if you are not going to convert into per unit, then every time you will have to switch between phase and the line by the factor of root 3 or even 3. But if you are operating with per unit values, then we need not have to be taken care of root 3 or 3, because those are going to be eliminated. And also your line per unit and your phase per unit both are going to be equal. Am I clear? Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this? Okay. Now come to the next, that is the power, S per unit. So this is what? Sorry. Root 3 VL IL. This is actual. This is the actual apparent power divided by S base. यही लिखते हैं ना per unit. Actual by base. Now root 3 VL IL divided by root 3 V base into I base. So root 3 will be cancelled out. VL by V base is what? VL per unit. IL by I base is what? IL per unit. And we know that line and phase in per unit both are equal. So V phase per unit into I phase per unit. Now what we can conclude from here? What we can conclude from here? If you are operating with their actual units, then we have to be taken care of root 3 factor. But if you are operating with per unit value, then we need not have to be bother of this root 3. and even we need not have to bother about line and faces because those are equal in per unit values. Am I clear? क्या ये clear है? Any doubt in this? जल्दी से बताओ. Any doubt in this? ठीक है. So what about real power in per unit? What about real power in per unit? P actual divided by S base. P actual divided by S base. P base मत बोल देना. You will going to have the wrong answer because P base or Q base doesn't exist. ठीक है. So P per unit, that is real power. Real power in per unit, it will be what? It will be V L per unit I L per unit into cos phi. Similarly, what about reactive power in per unit? It will be VL per unit IL per unit into sin phi. Any doubt in this? Clear? So let me inbox this two formula as well. This one and here as well. Okay, a note point. VL per unit IL per unit is equal to V face per unit I face per unit. Any doubt? क्या ये clear है सबको? Done? Now let us move to the next part or the next connection, which is second one. Just a second. This is A, na? Okay. Then B, delta connection. Delta connection. Okay. Now in the delta connection, what we are knowing in the delta connection? First, your phase voltage actual value is equal to line voltage. In star, line current was equal to phase current, but here it is ulta. Okay. So I phase or the current phase is equal to line current divided by root 3. Line current divided by root 3. Now let us simplify or let us find out all the parameters in per unit values. Okay. Now, what about base value of the voltage for the phase? For the phase, what will be the base value of the voltage? V phase base. So since these two are equal, so can I say I line का जो भी base होगा, that will be the base for the phase as well. So this is nothing but V base, which is mentioned over the nameplate of the machines. Done. Next, let us find the I base. Okay. So we know that. Let me inbox this. So S, this is equal to root 3 into V into I or VL into IL. So S base is equal to root 3 VL base into IL base. Okay. So from here I can say that IL base is equal to S base divided by root 3 into VL base, root 3 times of VL base. Okay, this much we have got. Next, the base value for the phase. ठीक है, base value for the phase. Let me inbox this. So I phase का बेस ये क्या होगा जल्दी से बताएं. दिस इज इक्वल टू IL base divided by root 3. This formula. And one more thing, let me represent in a simple manner IL base को. Let me write I base, simply I base. चलेगा? ठीक है? So this is nothing but your I base by root 3. Okay. Let us simplify in terms of power and voltage. देखो क्या मिल रहा है. I base, substitute here, it will be 1 by root 3 into S base divided by root 3 into, अच्छा VL base को हमने क्या लिखा था, VL base को we have written V base. ठीक है, तो यहां पे क्या मिलेगा, V base. VL base was V base. ठीक है, देखो done. So we can write it further like this, 1 by 3 into S base divided by V base, which is nothing but I phase का base. Okay, let me inbox this. Any doubt? Any doubt? Now what about Z base? Z base will be equal to V phase का base. As I told you that phase or the impedance is always represented in per phase manner. So therefore this two quantity is also going to have per phase value. Now V phase base को हमने क्या लिखा था, V base, ठीक, and I phase base, this is I phase base, which is 1 by 3 S base by V base. So this is 1 by 3 into S base by V base. This is nothing but 3 times of V base square whole divided by S base. So this is Z base of your delta connection. Z base of your delta connection. Okay, great. Now, if you observe this Z base of delta and of your star, of your star, Z base of the star was V base square by S base, but in delta you have 3 as a factor, So can I say that your Z of delta is nothing but 3 times of Z of star? Are yes or no? And this is true. Why? Because in the network you are having delta to star conversion or star to delta conversion. So if you are converting delta into star, then you are going to have 3 in denominator. Or if you are converting star into delta, then whatever resistance of the star you are having, multiply with 3, it will going to give the resistance of the delta. ठीक है, समझ में आया? देखो मेरे कहने का मतलब ये है, this is one resistor, one more resistor. So let me take all resistors as same. Now let us find or let us convert this star into delta like this. So this is your delta. ZA, ZB and ZC. So this is going to be converted like this. So star is converted into delta, where Z, this is ZA, ZB and ZC. So how to calculate ZA? ZA is equal to, see we are finding this na, and this ZA is touching this end and this end. This ZA register is touching this end and this end. So, so we need to consider this two register, R plus R. Next, plus multiplication of this two register, where this particular branch is touching the star. So R into R and divided by the opposite arm. देखो, we have considered this, so इसका opposite is what? This ना? So divided by R. So this is nothing but 3 times of R. यही तो मैंने अभी थोड़ी देर पहले लिखा था, that if in the star, if you are having a resistance as R, then in delta the resistance or impedance will become 3 times of R. That is what we have obtained. ठीक है? So I hope you have got the concept, and for the power the rules are going to be same, or the formula is going to be same, like whatever we have derived for the star connection, that will be same for the delta connection as well. ठीक है? चलो, now let us come to one more topic, that is change of base. Now this change of base, why it is important? See, as I told you, we need to choose the base value as per our convenience, but it is not always true. We will have to consider the base value as a rated value when it is come to the practical scenario. ठीक है? जैसा मैंने बोला था कि ट्रांसफॉर्मर में द रेटिंग दैट इज मेंशन्ड इज योर रेटेड रेटिंग, सो दैट विल बी चूजन एज अ बेस. नाउ माय डियर फ्रेंड, in the electrical system or in a power system, what you are going to have? You are going to have n number of components. Like a synchronous machine is connected to the bus bar, and that is connected to the transformer. Thereafter transmission line, then again step down transformer, then you are going to have the distribution center and so on and so forth. So you are having so many devices, and each devices are going to have their own rating, है ना? Then which rating should be taken as a base value? That is going to be one question mark. Which rating we will going to choose a base value? Suppose you are having a synchronous machine, transformer, then which base value we should take, or which rated value we should take as a base value? Then in such cases where you are having more than one component, then we need to convert the base into new base. We need to convert the given base into the new base, which is nothing but your change of base. Am I clear? तो देखो कैसे होगा. Suppose your actual impedance, basically this change of base is related to the impedance. ठीक है, like most of the time, like the impedance we need to be changed, because voltage and your power and current mostly remains the same, even if you are whenever you are moving from one parameter to the different parameter, or from one apparatus to the second apparatus. So those quantities will remains the almost same, but the impedance is going to be changed. Alright, so let me take the actual impedance as Z ohm. This is your actual impedance. Now the per unit values, suppose the old per unit values, let me take ZO or ZPU old, O for old, Z per unit old, this is equal to actual by base. So Z ohm divided by Z base old. Let me take this as equation 1. Now from here what I can write about Z ohm? So this is actual value, Z per unit old into Z base old. So this is equation 2. Now let us convert this per unit old into the new per unit. Means whatever base is given to me, let us choose the new base. But if you are choosing the new base, whether it will going to change the actual value, क्या ये actual value को change कर देगा अगर आप new base को select करोगे? No, it will remains the same. So my dear friend, Z per unit new is nothing but Z actual divided by Z base new. Now from here I can substitute this Z ohm. So this Z ohm is nothing but Z per unit old, means from equation 2. Okay, चलो ठीक है, from equation 2 Z per unit old into Z base old divided by Z base new. So look at here, Z per unit new means in the new base this will be Z per unit old into, just a second, Z base old divided by Z base new. So we know na, Z is what? V square divided by S, or S is what? Power is what? V square divided by impedance. So impedance will be V square by S. तो देखो क्या होगा यहाँ पे, Z base old, it means that V base old का square divided by S base old into divided by Z base new. So here you are going to have S base new whole divided by V base new क्या square. Okay, so let me write this expression in a simple manner. Z per unit new is nothing but Z per unit old into V base old का S base new divided by S base old into V base old divided by V base new का whole square, and this is going to be your new expression when you changing the bases. ठीक है, where SBO, VBO are the old base, SBN and VBN are the new base. Am I clear? So please do remember this particular concept. It is very important for your academic, because you may going to have the derivation related to the change of bases. Now let us discuss the particular concept with the help of certain questions. Okay, I will give you some question as a homework, but let us discuss this question and understand the concept, and thereafter the upcoming question that I am having, I will give you as a homework. All right. Now see, a transmission line has an impedance of 0.5 per unit on 11 kV and 100 MVA base. What will be the new impedance in per unit on new base value of 22 kV and 200 MVA? So what is given in the question? My dear friend, what is given in the question? It was given that Z per unit old, this was 0.5 per unit, and V base old, this is 11 kV, and S base old, this is 100 MVA. Now V base new, this is equal to 22 kV, and what about power? The new base power is 200 MVA. Now I need to find the impedance on new basis, Done. I know the formula that Z per unit new is nothing but Z per unit old into S base new divided by S base old into V base old divided by V base new ka whole square. Let us substitute all the values. So Z per unit old was 0.5, SB new is 200, old 200 divided by 100 into V base old is 11 whole divided by V base new 22 ka whole square. Let us simplify it. So this will be 1 by 2 ka square means 1 by 4. Here 2 will come. So this is 1 by 2. So 0.5 divided by 2 is 0.25 per unit. So on the new basis, your impedance is going to be 0.25, which is the correct answer for the given question. Okay. Any doubt, my dear friend? Any doubt? Everything is clear? Okay. So let me give the question, some of the question as homework. Okay. So this is your homework question. Homework question 1. Please do write the answer once the session is going to be over in the comment box. Like, see, this is question 1. Let me take this as question 1 as a homework question. So for 1 ka, suppose if the correct option is D, then you need to write 1D. 1D means question 1, correct option is D. Okay, so this is homework question 1. Homework question 2. So 2 ka whatever value you are getting, let me take, suppose you are getting 0.05. So you need to write 0.05 like this. So second question value is 0.05 like that. So this is homework question. Second. One more homework question. Again, total 4. We have more. Yeah. So total 5 homework question I have given to you. So please do practice all the particular whatever question that I have shown over here, and even if you are finding a difficulty in solving, please do watch the session again and again until unless you get the concept. And I know at certain point of time you are going to get the concept. ठीक है? Any doubt? Done? Okay, my dear friend. Let me take you to the GATE 25 to 26 our live online program. So these are the program features that we are giving. 800 plus hours of the live class with live interaction, theory book, exercise book with 4000 plus question, and 34 plus years GATE question bank with video solution. It is very important. So we are providing the video solution of the question that are asked in the GATE. Next, 12 personalized mentorship session 1-to-1. So you are getting the chance to interact personally with the faculty. So whatever doubt you are having, you can ask to the particular faculty, and our esteemed faculty definitely try to resolve all your query. Okay. And next one, 130 plus online test with video solution of mock test and many more. And suppose if you want to have the counsel, then you can book free counseling by clicking on the link which is given in the description box, or else you can directly call over this number. ठीक है. Now my dear friend, the lecture PDF you will going to find in our Telegram channel. So the link you can find in the description box, or else you can directly visit to this particular ID. Now what features that we are giving in the, like what free things that we are giving over the Telegram? Schedule of the free YouTube lectures PDF. As I told you that once the session is going to be over, the PDF of this session we will going to directly share to the Telegram channel. Important update related to the seminar and webinar, PSUs and other government job notification, expert session on important topics, daily quizzes and many more. Alright, so guys, please do join our Telegram group. It is very important for all the aspirant, because whatever question that we are having, we are keep posting on a daily basis just for the practice of the student. Okay, so that student can solve those particular question to master themselves in the competitive era. Alright, so this is all about from this session. So guys, if you have enjoyed the session, which I know that you have enjoyed, so please do hit the like button, and also please do share the session link with a friend and your colleague, so that they also going to get the benefit from this particular session. And please do subscribe our YouTube channel. It is very important for you, because in the upcoming days we are coming up with more new initiative. Alright, and also do not forget to press the bell icon. It is very important again for you, because I want you to be the first one to get notified for all of our sessions. Alright, so whatever doubt you are having, you can post it even after the session is over. In my free time, I will going to answer all the doubts. Alright, so bye bye and take a very good care of your health.